Thinking about areas in my life that I've had to grow in or develop, I can only but think of people's influence in my life who have helped me through those seasons. Have you ever thought about a situation where you felt like you can't move forward or you can't do better at it? Well, I have, and I can absolutely owe people's influences in helping me get out of that place. My name is Kuya Ayiecha, and on this episode of CITAM ChurchOnline, join me as we explore certain influences of people in our lives. One of the things I have struggled with as an individual has been public speaking. Believe it or not, there were times in my life where I tried to speak and honestly words could not come out. And when I think of the point where things changed, I remember one mentor of mine, much older and more experienced than I was, who believed in me and put me on a platform to encourage and to enable me to get over that fear. And I'm very grateful for that one mentor and many others over time who've been with me and who've stood with me and helped me to overcome that fear. I'm not perfect, but certainly their influence has made a difference. In the Bible, when we talk about mentoring and mentorship, someone that comes to mind is Paul. Paul invested himself and his life in various people, making sure that they are guided, they are guarded, and they're encouraged. And one particular relationship I'd like to talk about is Paul and Timothy. When you look through the book of 1st and 2nd Timothy and even other Pauline epistles, you'll realize that Paul was very, very, very deliberate about working with Timothy and calling out the gifts in him. He influenced various spheres of his life, from his personal life to his social life. He encouraged his skills, he built him up in the faith, and he even advised him when it comes to finances. And that is very encouraging, because when somebody who's more experienced and somebody who has more knowledge decides to give of themselves and their time to influence somebody else's life, it definitely makes an impact. I know we know many people whose life would have turned out very differently were it not for individuals who stepped in to at least lift them up or to encourage them. When I think about how many times Paul told Timothy in the Bible to stir up the gift that was in him, not only for the sake of others, but also for the sake of bettering his gift, it sounds very, very encouraging. When I think of how Paul shared his life so freely and so openly, told Timothy the things that he should continue doing and the things that he learned from his former life when he was still persecuting Christians, and he was very bare and open with him. And those lessons, you can clearly see that they did make an impact in Timothy's life. When you quote this very famous scripture about money and money being the root of all evil, that was advice that Paul gave Timothy, just to advise him to keep his finances in check and also his attitude in check. And you can see that there was a wholesome relationship between Paul and Timothy. However, in our lives, you might find that not one individual might have all the skill set to advise you on all areas, but whoever you can get to advise on any particular area of your life, hold those people there and really, really encourage and acknowledge the relationship that they have and the influence that they have in your life. So this is just to advise people who've been through experiences, who've been through challenges, or who've had opportunities to get better at doing one thing or another. Reach out to younger people who are struggling or are confused, and just be that helping hand that lifts them up and encourages them. Mentorship certainly is a force to reckon with, so think of that person that you can impact and reach out to them today. As always, our social media handles are CITAM ChurchOnline on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, and on Twitter. So feel free to engage with us. Let's know of mentorship experiences you've gone through, or even share with us your intent to step out and to mentor, and you'll be blessed as you do so.